Hey everyone, welcome to my channel, The Magical Maven. My name is Heather, and today is a singles love reading for the sign of Gemini, whether it's your sun, your moon, your Venus, and rising. So this is for November 2019. However, this could be for the upcoming month, whenever you're watching this as a viewer, as this is a timeless reading. So we're going to jump in with the romance angels to kind of see what are some of your upcoming themes for the next month. Gemini, Sun, Moon, Venus, Rising. Okay, so far we have passion. Allow your heart and soul to sing with joy. Children, your love life is being affected by children. So one thing I got right off the bat, some of you, this isn't about children. In astrology, the 5th house of the zodiac deals with kids as well as creativity. So for some of you, this is like a passion project. This is something, a creative endeavor that you're doing. Okay. But for some of you, you could have children or you're wanting them. But I was really being drawn to the creative. Shuffling. Okay, one fell out, so let me try it. Okay. So we have codependency, addictions are affecting your romantic life. And then love yourself first. Your self-respect makes you romantically attractive. So for some of you, like, I'm getting like a rock and a hard place, meaning like there's something that you are passionate about. Like I said, I was getting like drawn to a creative project or something you're pursuing. But then when it comes to love, there's this overflow of passion that you have, this love that you want to give. So not only like with what you're trying to do, but trying to find that in a person. However, you might be someone that struggles with always looking out. Like you're always looking outside of yourself for fulfillment, and you have to look within. And that's where this codependency is coming in. And that's why it's saying to love yourself first. Instead of placing your focus on another, placing it on you and turning it inward. Because if you're trying to fill a void, if you're trying to look for someone, because you're wanting, love, you're going to go out there and find it. It's not going to be true, genuine love, but it's going to be someone to fill that space. So it's showing that, okay, regardless of how much, heavy feelings of love or passion that you may have, it's showing that, giving that to yourself first, and, this project you have, or for those of you who have children, to your kids and to, other people in your life, because love isn't just romantic, right? Even though this is a singles love reading, it's obviously focused more on romance, but for you, it's kind of showing that, shining a light on kind of getting out of those tendencies of always, looking to another. Okay, and then we also have reconciliation and trust. Okay, so for some of you, a reconciliation with someone could be happening. I'm getting that like a door. It's funny because I'm getting like a door opening, but then I was getting like the image of like a window opening. So there might be like a possibility of that coming through, and it's like something you need to trust in. But I'm getting that you're limiting yourself. Maybe from letting this happen. And I'm getting trusting in another. So maybe you don't have trust in this person or in trust in people in general. And that's where it's like you're not wanting to open up. Like you're guarded. Okay, so we're going to look at the Lovers Oracle deck. So for Gemini, so these came out, let's see. So we have let there be closeness between you, but always give each other space. Love never claims, it simply allows and gives. I'm getting a message not to be too hasty. So however that applies again, that could be about just kind of getting into your old romantic patterns of placing your focus on another. Take what resonates. It's a collective reading, so there's going to be different messages. We have acceptance is the key to inner peace. At times we must accept things as they are. There is no point trying to change which is beyond our control. And we have, it's important right now to take a step back and spend some time alone. Instead of placing your focus on another, now is the time to give it to yourself. So that's exactly what I had said before. So this might not be the right time because for you romantically, because there is this time for you to go within. Okay, so from the Heal Yourself Oracle cards, we're going to see what wounds you need to heal. What needs your attention for Gemini? Sun, Moon, Venus, Rising. Okay, so letting go of the past. So any heartbreaks, any pain, any sadness, any grief. I'm getting some about stuck in your own shadows. So again, we all have a shadow self. So maybe there's things you don't want to confront. Maybe, you know, it's like you don't want to look, you know, it's like, okay, if I don't look, they're not there. And it's like, well, no, it's like, and I'm being drawn to how like there's all these like people who are hooded and cloaked. So that's maybe, and you know, she's turned the other direction. Maybe that's you. You're like, no, I don't want to see that. Or maybe it's like, this is where you're comfortable, you know, and it's like, right now I'm getting the song Down in a Hole by Alice in Chains. And and so maybe that's how you feel. Maybe you feel like you've had a low, so you know, maybe you feel depressed, or you know, you had been in the past, and it's just kind of like it could be resurfacing. So just kind of recognizing that this is something you need to work on. You know, there's healing that needs to be done. But then we have alchemy. So with the process of alchemy, you could you know, turn things around. You could turn your darkness into light. And when I say darkness, I don't mean like evil or anything like that. I mean like pain, like turning your pain into love. It's like anything that you've gone through in your past, you know, it's like you can transmute that energy, you know, so recognizing that you have this power to do so. We don't need to be a slave to our wounds. So like, I felt that was really important to say because I feel like some of you could be led by that, and it's like, you know, whether, you know, it's conscious or not, like recognizing when certain things happen, maybe you feel like, oh, this is going really well and it doesn't, or, you know, why you know, shun away from certain things or you back out of certain things. It could be because you, okay, and I'm getting something about detours. So maybe you've made a detour, and you know, it's not to say like you can't get back on track, right? Because I mean, it's like we have our free will that can influence timing. You know, that doesn't mean that we won't get to the same destination. It just may be going to take us longer, or maybe, and sometimes maybe a detour was something we needed to do, or needed a step we needed to take. So whatever has happened before, you still have to let go. So if you feel like you were on the wrong path, we'll get back on the right path. Okay, so now we're going to look at archetypes. So I'm going to pull an archetype card for you first, and then maybe someone, this reconciliation person. Okay, so archetypes for the person watching, whether Sun, Moon, Venus, Rising, Gemini. Okay, so for my viewer, the rescuer. Okay, so there's always a light and a dark shadow attribute for each. So definitely you could be someone that feels like you need to rescue and save someone, but it could be really from your need that you want to be rescued and saved, or vice versa. You're looking for someone to rescue you, take care of you, save you, and that's not how it works. It's like you have to save yourself. You know, you have to heal yourself. That's an inside job. And not that to say that someone can't help us along our path of healing or help us get there, help us awaken. However, it's still really ultimately up to you. You can't look for someone outside of yourself to save you. And why would you want to? You know, like, you know, we all have, you know, power and control over ourselves, you know, and it's up to us again. Like, you know, even if someone tried to help you heal, if you're not wanting to confront that, of course, you know, that's someone you're gonna be done with. So, you know, recognizing, okay, you know, I'm not meant to rescue or save anyone else. They're not meant to rescue or save me. This is something I need to do on my own. Because again, if you are looking to try to save someone, like, is that because you see something in them, you recognize something in them that needs saving within you? Okay, and then we have a destroyer that fell out as well. So someone would see this card and not see maybe the positives. However, there is a destruction that is needed. You know, it's like we all have certain things, you know, beliefs, programming, conditioning that needs to, you know, be abolished, needs to be destroyed, like our fear, for example. And like right now I'm thinking of the goddess Kalima. You know, she is like the destroyer of fear. You know, it's like, and that's a positive thing, you know, because fear and love are opposite vibrations. So if you are in a state of fear, you know, are you going to be able to be in a real love-based relationship? So you kind of have to, it's like this breaking down, this destruction process that needs to happen. Like, you know, if you see this volcano, like, you know, the fire, it's like, no, fire is also could be destructive, but it could also be purifying. It could be cleansing in a sense. So what do you need to do to cleanse yourself? How do you need to purify yourself of the past and what doesn't serve you, and destroying away, like, and I'm getting like the ashes, like Phoenix rising out of the ashes right now. And it's like, for example, like going through the dark night of the soul, which you might have, or maybe you're in it with, you know, like this card. It's, you know, you are pretty much shedding parts, you know, it's like parts of you that aren't really you, right? So it's a powerful card. And I'm also being drawn to how both cards you got have purple in them. And purple, like, is the crown chakra. You know, it's our spirituality, it's our higher self, it's our higher consciousness. So whether, you know, you're spiritual or not, if you have blocked that part of yourself because you don't want to do this healing, you know, you're closing that connection off. And I'm also being drawn to back to the alchemy card with the purple, because if you've ever heard of the violet flame of transmutation, you know, look it up if you haven't, if you feel called to do so. But definitely you have to let some things crumble, you know, like the Tower card in tarot. And we'll see if that comes up when I use the Gilded Tarot on you. But there's definitely things that you don't want to risk letting crumble because you don't know where you're going to stand. And I'm getting like, yeah, that's no place for you to be, right? If it doesn't serve you anymore. Okay, so this possible person from the past, this reconciliation, what's a card about them? One more. So Gemini's person from the past. Okay, so the cards maybe to show maybe your, sorry, your past person, for those of you with a possible reconciliation. We have Advocate and we have Hermit. So maybe the person that you're dealing with is a do-gooder type. The light attribute inspires you to put compassion into action. So maybe they do inspire you to rise above. And also I'm being drawn to the green on this card, which is a healing card. So maybe they're, you know, have helped you heal in a sense. And, or, you know, they've guided you to that. And with the Hermit, they could be someone that is more to themselves or introspective, or you see them as like being hidden. So maybe like you feel like they're hidden away from you for whatever reason. Like you can't reach them, you can't contact them. So for whatever reason, like you're feeling like they could even be away doing some kind of work. I'm going to pull one more card. Okay, we have a Liberator and Dilettante. I'm hoping I'm saying that right, but this is about like delights in the arts. So yeah, the person also could be artistic, creative, and like liberator. Like definitely you could see this person as just shining this bold, beautiful light. And I'm getting like this image of like, remember when I said that about you not wanting to see certain things? Like maybe this person casts and shine this light and it's too bright for you. So it's like you're closing your eyes, you're like, you're like, I don't want to see it, because if you really stared into the light, this would help, this would change you, and you're afraid of that change. So I'm getting that too, is like this person could be that one who's doing that, and you could be harboring some possible resentment or ill feelings, but it's not, or it could have, because you don't, sometimes people trigger us, right? You know, they're like our mirrors, and we, you know, we see something and we, you know, we assume it's them, like something's wrong with them. But it's not always the case. Sometimes it's like we're being triggered by that person to show us something in us that we don't want to recognize, or something we need to heal from. So again, this is where maybe, and I'm getting like you can't be shielded anymore. And I'm getting like the time for awakening is now. So even if you are on, you know, on the path of being woke, you know, and you've been awakened, but it's still, you're still kind of maybe getting there. And I'm getting high vibing. So maybe like you're still in the process of raising your vibration. But again, you have to come out of that darkness, that dark energy. And again, like, you know, it's like, I'm getting like you're limiting yourself from rising above. But again, you have to let go of that fear, right? Fear, love, opposite vibrations. Okay. Oh, the Black Moon astrology cards. Okay. So for my Geminis, Sun, Moon, Venus, rising. Okay, so we have the 12th house, escape, lunar eclipse, change, and moon soul. Okay, so obviously this is you not wanting to face certain things, wanting to escape. You're a real great escape artist, we all, but it's like this time for change is coming, it's needed. And this is what is being guided to you. Like you could probably feel that in your soul. And again, like whether, you know, you're spiritual or not, I mean, you know, obviously if you're drawn to a card reading, you know, you have to be open to it at least at some point. So, okay, I'm getting about drawing down the power, like drawing down the moon, drawing in the power from your soul, healing emotional wounds, and I'm getting like a breakthrough. A breakthrough is coming. So that's very powerful. Again, I know it's more, even though this is singles love reading, and I'm really starting to get more into your healing, which happened in the last video for Taurus. I know, you know, when you're watching a singles love reading, you want to hear, oh, someone new's coming in, or this person's coming back, or whatever. But sometimes it's like we need to do our inner work, our healing work, before that could happen. So this is what's really coming through right now. And as a reader, I mean, I do see it as part of me as being a healer. So, you know, I'm going to give you the guidance of what comes through my intuition, through the cards. But it's always, you know, I'm never going to just tell someone what they want to hear. And I'm always going to see things through the eyes of being a healer. So, okay. Let's see what the Gilded Tarot, what comes up for my Gemini, Sun, Moon, Venus, rising. Okay, again, I'm hearing Down a Hole by Alice in Chains. I mean, I don't know, it's just maybe because I love that song, but I'm still hearing that for you, so maybe some of you will resonate with that. Okay, so for some of you, I'm getting about with the Six of Pentacles, like a windfall. Like, so for some of you, you might be coming into more financial success, like something might happen even out of the blue, or something that was like a long time coming, and now you're finally like, this is coming in, you know, the fruits of your labor are coming in. And again, that could be from that passion project that came up in the beginning. Eight of Cups, walking away. So I'm getting about more of this about you needing to walk away from past behaviors, you know, past people, past things that no longer serve you in your highest path and purpose. And if you're doing that, you're getting this new beginning, this Ace of Pentacles, which is, you know, Pentacle energy is earth energy, grounded, stable, you know, secure. And I know, like, as a Gemini being an air sign, you know, it's like, you know, Gemini's not known for being a stable, grounded sign, but, you know, like you could, you know, again, you have to look at what else is in your chart, but this is actually an offering you're wanting. This is something stable you're actually wanting to build. And very interesting, we have Knight of Wands, Knight of Pentacles, and again, the Moon. So again, like getting in touch with your true emotions, you know, allowing yourself to heal, getting to the roots, getting to your soul, your higher calling, your higher purpose is what I'm getting with that. So with these two cards, I'm getting like a balance of energies, because fire energy is very like swift moving, enthusiastic, fiery, passionate. And remember, you got passion as the first card. Knight of Pentacles energy, secure, stable, grounded. So you might be coming in a time of more balance, and that's what is needed. Okay. Ooh. Well, the Sun card just flew out, so. Okay, that's funny. Okay, because I was getting like, I always get songs because like I'll hear something and then, so like with the sun, I was getting like the sun will come out tomorrow, you know, like the Annie song. And then I was getting something about like laying in wait, and it was funny because, well, the Seven of Swords came up, the Page of Wands, and then underneath was the Four of Cups. So again, it's like I'm getting like, some of you have to get up off like your bottom and start like doing this work for you to, like, your happiness is depending on it. And it's like, if you're feeling like you don't have this, that, or the other, that something's not working out for you, it could be, again, because like you might be limiting yourself. Again, with the Seven of Swords, I'm getting, you can't take it all with you. So again, this is like, you know, like look how he has 5 swords in his hand and he has 2 that he's looking back at. Like, what can you live without? Like, what doesn't serve you anymore? And I'm getting like, for some of you, you're trying to dictate things. So just make sure that you're not, and this could be like when it comes to romance, like you're trying to dictate things, like how things go down, how things happen. I'm getting some of you are like worry warts with something that's coming through. I just say whatever, you know, is coming in. So, because I don't always call, I don't like, I'll just say someone worries. I don't normally call them a worry wart, but that's what came out. So let's see. I'm going to pull another romance angel card. Because again, not so much focused on romance with this reading, just like, you know, Taurus, you know, it's more about your inner healing you need to do. And, you know, again, like, you know, your passion project, what you're working on, doing that healing. And again, we did get a reconciliation and trust, but it's like really this healing is highlighted first. So any more cards for love for Gemini? So free yourself. It's time to take control of your life. Okay. So if you do that, it is showing a new love in the future, whether this is someone, the reconciliation person, or this is someone new. and with this heart-to-heart conversation. So chances are this could be actually someone from the past that you need to have this, you know, heart-to-heart with. But again, this is like coming after you're doing, you know, freeing yourself and, you know, doing some of your healing work. And there's a potential for a new beginning with them. If it's not with them, you know, like once you have this conversation, there could be someone new that comes in after. Everyone's going to be different, be different because it is a collective reading. So, again, for some of you, you know, it's this past person. For some of you, it's someone new. But either way, it's like you need to do that healing work first. So, and I'm being drawn to pull one more healing card for you. So for Gemini, Sun, Moon, Venus, Rising. Okay, that was too many. I just want one. Okay, we have home. So again, like, I think this goes back to, remember, like with this Ace of Pentacles that I was saying that you're wanting something secure and stable. Like maybe this is regarding a love, like someone that you do come home to, that feels like home, that I'm getting something about a whisper. Okay, so there could be something of like where you could try to communicate with them, like maybe you talk to them out loud, like you're, you know, like on a soul level, you know, you're trying to communicate with them, like, because I'm getting like something about like a whisper. But yeah, definitely this home, like, because, you know, your home where you live, it's just not, home's just not where you live, right? You know, it's like a feeling. Home is where the heart is. So for you, maybe this is what you're really wanting. But again, like, what steps do you have to take to get there? Okay, so that is your reading. So if you like this video, if it resonated, feel free to like, share, and subscribe. And I have other videos for you to check out as well if you feel called to do so. And I send you all love and light. Bye.